Hello, Devin. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2017. Incidentally, Michaela's birthday. So that's fun. Katie and I are out for a bike ride. And I was like, you know what I should do this weekend? I should make a video to Devin. And unfortunately, we're double booked. So, oh boy. We're gonna do this on the trail, as it were. I would say like a la trail or whatever, but I don't know what trail is in Spanish. You know, Blair, sometimes when you had an idea to do something cool and you don't do it, you don't need to tell people, oh, I had this cool idea and I almost did it, but then it didn't work. You can just like not do it and store the idea later. I don't know, what do you think, Katie?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh gosh! I'm fine, it's good. Oh! So, I just turned the camera back on and immediately like hit a ditch. And I don't know if the camera caught it, but Katie caught it, didn't you, Katie? And apparently it was funny. Perhaps because I didn't die. It is beautiful out here. We are at Munson Hills Park. And I'm so happy I get to share this scene with you. Look at this. It's amazing. Gonna say stuff in this video. I liked your poem, by the way, about dying in the vacuum of space. I didn't know who Thompson was, so thank you for elucidating that point. Life is going well. I have the wife back. She's been doing conferences all this summer, and so she was gone for like 10 days in June. And she's leaving again in a couple weeks for, I don't remember, where are you going, Katie?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. We've been before, it's beautiful.
Yep.
But for now, we're having adventures, and we're actually going to St. Augustine, which, fun fact, the oldest city in North America, or so it claims, for our anniversary next weekend. It is amazing to me that we've been married for a year. It feels simultaneously way longer than that and way shorter. Oh, squirrel! Oh my goodness! They have funny ears. Oh, I think we're in, is this the luge? They put these bumps in trails to make them more exciting. And there's a section of this park with said bumps. So I might have to keep my eyes peeled for that. Whew, there we go. I just remembered that it's better when you hold it sideways, because if you don't, the file format doesn't work with how conventional video formats are, and it gets black bars on both sides. So half this video is going to be that way and half is going to be the other way. You sent me an email about a week ago asking about gel-like acoustically interesting materials. The short answer is I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about gels or how they're made. I can read through that paper, but oh gosh, bump. Ah! Okay, now we are on reconditioned railroad, but there are cars right next to us, so not sure this is gonna work at all. Somehow the video kept pausing, and I'm not sure if it's like the thing's overheating or I'm hitting the pause button, but this is a somewhat sad day for Excelsior excursions. On the plus side, it enables me to do this. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Come on. There we go. There it is. Anyway, I don't know if we'll keep this video because, again, road noise. But life is good. We're coming back to Oregon in mid-August, and we're gonna see the eclipse, which will be awesome. So hopefully we can meet up sometime, but I understand you have one of those like regular jobs. I guess I do too. It's a little boring, but it's getting better. I'm at the point where like I know how to do the work and who to talk to when I have questions. You know, I wasn't certain about Florida, but it is a beautiful place at times, when it wants to be. Okay, so maybe bike filming isn't the best way to go because I forgot nearly half of what I was going to say, and then what I did remember, some of that got lost because my phone was being dumb, so we're just going to record it 4 days later, sitting on my couch in a thunderstorm, and just tacking on at the end. It'll all be good. Production quality can't exactly get worse at this point. So, I was talking about research. Research is interesting. I'm moving away from the sensitive foot problem, which is kind of sad because I was really excited to see it work. But there's that problem of it not working. The materials I was working with didn't give me the properties I wanted, which is too bad. But it lets me focus on something that I think has a little more promise. I'm building a robot controller for a walking robot, which will be cool. These are going to be like four-legged and six-legged robots. There's this push in the controls community to try and make bio-inspired controllers, which is where you look at an animal, look at how it walks, try to figure out, neurologically, physiologically what's happening there, and then turn that into a controller and put it on a robot. And the idea, and there's evidence to back this up, is that when an animal walks, they don't consciously or even really subconsciously tell each leg where to go. It's actually sort of like a reflexive thing where a lot of that control is happening in the spinal cord. And then if you see something you're like, oh, there's a ditch there, you sort of tell your body, hey, we need to speed up a little so that we can plant our left foot there so that we can take off and jump over this pit. But unless you actually assert control, that never happens in your brain, which is so weird. And they've done experiments, and this is really cruel, and I feel kind of bad that this happened, but the result is so interesting, where they decerebrate cats, which means they cut the brain and the spinal cord, and then put them on a treadmill, and they'll walk. Like when the ground moves under their legs just naturally know what to do, which is insane, right? And it has all these implications on, could we get humans to walk if we just stimulate their spines in the right way? Anyway, that's sort of pie in the sky deal. I'm doing just pretty basic, what we call distributed control, where all of the legs kind of talk to one another, and there isn't the central brain controlling it. So right now it's just reading a lot of papers, but the papers are interesting. And I'm having fun. Oh, speaking of interesting, the reason I titled this video literally. So it's no secret that I'm a staunch opponent to the use of the word literally unless there's a clear figurative context it could be interpreted as. Unless there's actually a figure of speech that came out of my mouth, and I didn't mean the figure of speech, I meant literally what those words meant. I think there's no reason to use the word literally. And too often these days it's just a synonym for really, which I think sort of dilutes our language, and then it robs literally of its meaning, so we're left with this lacuna where we have a word to mean, no, I mean actually what that figure of speech means, not the figure of speech itself. I mean those words exactly. If only there were a word to do this. There was a word, and you didn't use it properly. You didn't appreciate it, and now it's gone. Not you, Devin, just the culture that comes after us and is all around us that is going to inherit this video. I'm not going to inherit this video. There's only the two of us who watch these things. Anyway, apparently it's not just around us and after us, it's actually before us. So here's a little bit of context. I was listening to 99% Invisible, which is this podcast. It's great. It's about architecture and how design and history get woven together. It's good stuff. Some of them are a little weird, but I would recommend it if you haven't looked into it. They're talking about Frank Lloyd Wright, and there was this clip of some newscaster.
Frank Lloyd Wright has literally redefined innovation.
And this is 70 years ago, right? People have been abusing literally that whole time. So, I don't know. I mean, I know that English is constantly evolving and changing, and words only have meaning by consensus, but it still goads me. Unless that newscaster was a time traveler. The plot thickens, Devin. Anyway, it was good hearing from you, and hope you're doing well. I promise I will read that paper at some point and tell you what I think. Yeah, nice talking to you, bud.
Katie, do the thing.
What?
Do the thing.
This?
Yes. She's a gem.